When your wounds become your wings. Have you ever wondered what happens when the darkest chapters of your life become the most powerful pages in your story? When the very things meant to break you become the foundation on which you build an extraordinary life? I recently had the privilege of interviewing Meeka Boykin, a woman whose journey embodies the transformative power of resilience in ways that left me speechless. Her story isn't just inspiring, it's revolutionary. Mika has navigated through unimaginable hardships: molestation, rape, teenage pregnancy, abuse, family dependency, and transformed these experiences into a legacy of strength, leadership, and community impact that extends far beyond her immediate circle. What's most remarkable isn't just what she overcame, but how she's now using those experiences to lift others as she climbs. You see, Mika Boykin isn't just a survivor, she's a warrior who refused to let her trauma define her. Instead, she allowed it to refine her. Today, she stands as a mother of four, grandmother of four, successful business owner, proud homeowner, and a beacon of light in her community. Her journey reminds us that our deepest wounds can indeed become our strongest wings. We all carry wounds, some visible, many hidden. But what if those wounds aren't just scars to be concealed or survived? What if they're actually portals to our greatest power? The truth that hit me like a thunderbolt during my conversation with Mika is this: resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward with purpose, with intention, and sometimes with a fierceness that can only be forged in fire. Let's be honest, when life deals its cruelest blows, society often writes off the survivors. They become statistics, cautionary tales, or worse, invisible. But Mika refused that narrative, absolutely refused it. And she's not alone. Consider Serena Williams. Beyond the Grand Slams and Olympic gold medals lies a story of profound resilience. Raised in Compton under challenging circumstances, Serena faced relentless racism within tennis, navigated merciless public scrutiny as a Black woman athlete, and endured the devastating murder of her sister, Yetunde Price, in 2003. Any one of these traumas could derail a career, a life. But Serena didn't just survive, she revolutionized her sport. She relied on unwavering family support, especially from her mother, Oracene. She sought therapy after traumatic events. She used setbacks as fuel for greater achievement, transforming pain into power with every swing of her racket. The result? 23 Grand Slam singles titles, the most by any player in the Open era. But perhaps more importantly, she elevated conversations around race and gender equity in sports worldwide. She made it impossible to ignore Black excellence, Black beauty, and Black resilience on the global stage. When I think about what Serena accomplished, I'm reminded of something Mika emphasized in our interview. Your story is your superpower. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a profound truth about human resilience. Another woman embodying this principle is Mika Casey, who uses her narrative across social platforms to empower women, especially those who've survived trauma, to transform pain into purpose driven businesses or legacies. She faced crippling self doubt stemming from early life challenges and struggled with building confidence while dealing with past wounds that threatened to keep her voice silenced. Her solution: radical vulnerability. She chose to be openly honest about her struggles with abuse and trauma recovery. She created mentorship programs targeting women ready for change, but lacking resources or role models. She stepped into her power by first acknowledging her pain. The outcome wasn't just personal healing, it was collective empowerment. She built an engaged audience, inspired by realness rather than perfectionism, and helped launch several client led businesses rooted in lived experience. She shifted the cultural conversation toward authenticity over curated success narratives within entrepreneurship spaces. This is what happens when we stop hiding our wounds and start understanding their worth. When we recognize that our hardest experiences haven't just shaped us, they've equipped us. But let's be clear about something. Turning trauma into triumph isn't about toxic positivity or pretending the pain wasn't real. It's not about saying, well, I'm glad that happened because look at me now. No, the pain was real. The injustice was real. The struggle was real. What resilience offers is an erasure of that reality, but rather a refusal to be defined by it, a determination to write the next chapters on your own terms. Consider Mika Kleinschmidt, who transitioned from fitness entrepreneur to HGTV star and business owner after selling a gym she co owned during tough economic times. With no formal background in real estate, she navigated industry skepticism as a Black woman entering real estate development without traditional credentials or contacts. How did she do it? She leveraged transferable skills from the fitness industry, discipline, determination, vision, and focused on a unique value proposition, personalizing dream homes quickly, which set her apart. The result was co creating the 100 Day Dream Home TV series and winning HGTV's Rock the Block Season 2 against more established competitors. Mika's journey illustrates how surviving setbacks can lead directly into new realms of influence, even when starting over feels daunting. She redefined what leadership looks like among Black women entrepreneurs on national television platforms, proving that your past doesn't determine your future. Your resilience does. What these women, Serena, Mika Casey, Mika, and especially Meeka Boykin, demonstrate is that healing isn't just possible, it's transformative. When we face trauma head on and seek healing, we don't just recover. We can become respected leaders, mothers, grandmothers, business owners, homeowners, beloved community members. But how? How do we make this journey from wounded to wonderful, from traumatized to triumphant? First, we must acknowledge that healing isn't linear, it's messy. It's two steps forward, one step back. Some days you're conquering the world, and other days you're crying in your car. Both are part of the process, both are valid. Second, we need to understand that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage in its purest form. When Meeka Boykin shares her story of overcoming unimaginable hardships, she's not diminishing herself. She's demonstrating her extraordinary strength. She's saying, this happened to me, but it is not who I am. Third, we must recognize that our stories aren't just for us. They're bridges to others who are still trapped in their pain, who still believe they're defined by what happened to them. When we share our journeys thoughtfully, intentionally, with boundaries, we create permission for others to begin their healing too. This is what it means when we say, your story is your superpower. It's not just about personal catharsis, it's about creating ripples of healing that extend far beyond yourself. I'm reminded of something Meeka Boykin emphasized during our interview. Healing leads to growth and success. By facing trauma head on and seeking healing, it's possible not only to recover, but to thrive in ways you never imagined possible. Think about that for a moment. The very experiences that could have destroyed you can become the foundation upon which you build an extraordinary life, not despite what happened, but because of how you chose to respond to it. But here's where many of us get stuck. We think healing means forgetting. We think moving forward means leaving everything behind. We think success means never acknowledging the broken places. That's not healing, that's hiding. True healing integrates all parts of our story: the triumph and the trauma, the beauty and the brokenness, the strength and the struggle. It weaves them together into a tapestry so rich, so textured, so uniquely yours that it becomes your signature contribution to the world. For Black women, especially, who have historically been expected to be strong beyond reason, to carry families, communities, and workplaces on their shoulders without complaint, this reclamation of softness is revolutionary. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. It's not giving up, it's growing up. So here's my challenge to you today: stop burying your wounds, start examining them. What if the very thing you've been trying to hide is actually your greatest gift to the world? What if your deepest pain is connected to your highest purpose? I challenge you to share one part of your story with someone you trust this week. Not the polished version, the real version, the messy, complicated human version, because in that vulnerability lies your greatest strength. And remember this: you are not what happened to you, you are what you choose to become because of it. Your wounds don't define you, but how you transform them might redefine everything. Look around you. The world doesn't need more people hiding their scars. It needs more people showing how they've healed. It needs more Mikas, more Serenas, more truth tellers who refuse to be silenced by shame. Because when one person has the courage to turn their wounds into wings, they create flight paths for countless others still searching for a way out of the darkness. Your story matters. Your healing matters. And the world is waiting for the gift that only your particular journey can offer. So spread those wings. It's time to fly.